neither encouraged nor enabled the Ukrainians to strike inside of Russia. But the important thing is to understand what Ukrainians are living through every day with the ongoing Russian aggression against their country, and our determination to make sure that they have in their hands, along with many other partners around the world, the equipment that they need to defend themselves, to defend their territory, to defend their freedom.
For some analysis on this, I'm joined by Brendan Kearney. He's a retired US Marine Corps colonel and a military affairs analyst. Good to see you again. So why is the US distancing itself now, saying that it's not supplying or encouraging Ukraine to strike Russia?
Good to see you, Liz. To answer your question, that's been the U.S. policy since we started way back in February and March with the efforts at providing the Ukrainians weapon systems that they were requesting. We simply have said repeatedly that we don't want to see this war widen, and the Ukrainians have responded. They really have been very, very limited in the strikes that they've made, or even acknowledged. Most of them are unacknowledged into Russia.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, Ned Price there, he went on to explain, but you stopped short of attributing those drone attacks to Ukraine, and Kiev also hasn't claimed responsibility. I'm wondering why you think that is, that Kiev wouldn't accept responsibility for those attacks.
I think it's a smart move on Kiev's part. They're going ahead and introducing ambiguity into this, and it's exactly in line with the way the Russians have been operating since this thing started way back in February of this year. There's no urgency to have to admit to things on the part of Kiev when it comes to these type of strikes. They certainly, with that statement, left the question up there that maybe it's them, maybe it's not.
Okay, so what do you think the message is that Ukraine is sending? It's shown that it can go very deep into Russian territory, and then today's attack, I guess, was just a follow-up on that maybe it wasn't an isolated incident. What do you think the Ukrainian message is?
Well, I think it's a very carefully crafted message where they were targeting aircraft, strategic bombers that have been used to carry cruise missiles that are then launched against Ukrainian infrastructure. The spoiling attack is the way we would term it, that the Ukrainians launched against the Russians was to go ahead and show the Russians that they're going to target those aircraft and those bases. And additionally, that oil supply depot also raises the issue of Kiev's willingness to go ahead and target Russian infrastructure. And they've been on the receiving end of this now for weeks upon weeks. And that's why most of Ukraine is freezing right now. And I think the Ukrainians are sending a message to the Russians that they better reconsider the targeting they're making inside of Ukraine.
Okay, always great to get your analysis. Thank you. That's Brendan Kearney, a military affairs analyst.
Thanks, Liz.